What's happening, everybody? Happy New Year! Now today is officially Saturday the 2nd, and yesterday was the 1st. I didn't leave my house yesterday because the night before, on New Year's Eve, I walked for about 11 hours until the wee mornings, bringing you live footage. And I appreciate everybody who tuned in. The freaks come out at night. The freaks come out at night. Freaks were everywhere. By the way, look how busy it is. New York is very busy. I'm getting ready to take you to Times Square. We're going to feed the homeless. And I'm going to tell you 2 celebrity stories. This week, I'm doing celebrity stories every day this week. And today we got a couple really good ones. Today we got Academy Award winners. Multiple Academy Award winners. So I hope that you're ready, because it's going to be lit. See you in a minute. I know I show you this all the time, but I live right there. And Alicia Keys went to high school right here. That is a high school. That is Alicia Keys High School. She's from Hell's Kitchen and we're real proud of her. Now back on to the tour to Times Square. We are still on my street, and I wanted to slow it down to give respect for the new year to my fire department. Engine 54, Ladder 4, Battalion 9 on 8th Avenue and 48th Street. We lost our entire fire department on 9/11. I show it all the time, but maybe there's a new viewer who hasn't seen it. They came out of this door right here on 9/11 in their truck. They went down the West Side Highway and they never came back. And this is these 15 brave men that were taken from us, from this very fire department. God bless them and their families. All right, back to Times Square. What's happening, everybody? As you can see, it's really busy out here. I'm gonna social distance as much as possible, but since it's the New Year's, I got a special treat for the ladies. Booyah! I shaved and everything. Left a little goatee for my ruggedness. But okay, so the year was 1996. And right over there, where there's always massive construction, there used to be movie theaters in Times Square. And I'll try to see if there's a clip, and I'll put a clip up of these movie theaters. They were shady, crazy, scary, seedy. Anyways, there was a movie that came out starring Mel Gibson, and it was called Ransom. And I went to that movie theater that used to be there to see it. And it was crowded. Me and my homie, we grabbed our seats, and then a young lady came in with a guy and sat right beside me, sharing my armrest. And it was Marisa Tomei. And she had won an Oscar back in 1992.
For the best performance by an actress in a supporting role, the Oscar goes to... And the Oscar goes to Marisa Tomei. In My Cousin Vinny.
Thank you so much.
And it's Ransom. Mel Gibson's son is kidnapped, and he has to get his son back. It's not a scary movie. It's not a horror movie. It's a regular old movie. Action, drama. I believe Donnie Wahlberg is in that movie. Sorry, guys. I just woke up. It's like 3 in the afternoon, and I've been so tired for like 3 days. Walking around Times Square all those days. Make sure you check out the videos. So, it's not really a scary movie. But she's sitting next to me, and we're sharing an armrest. And I'm very aware of who Marisa Tomei is. I like her. She's with a guy, and I'm not trying to say she's trying to holler at me. But she wasn't giving up none of that armrest. Her elbow was deep in my elbow like we were on a date. Halfway through the movie, she's holding my hand. I'm not talking about barely touching my hand. She got her shit clamped around my hand, and I'm sitting there going, okay. Ho ho. You know, you guys think I'm cute now. You should have seen me in '96. Before I knocked out all my damn teeth on my bicycle. Super cute. Marisa Tomei's holding my damn hands at the movie theater. And it wasn't, you know, how you accidentally brush up against someone, or, you know, when you're young and you're playing footsie at a table, you're kind of touching the girl's foot under the table, brushing it gently. No, she was holding my damn hand, bro, like we were on a date. This went on for about 15 minutes, and then I screwed up. I, like, looked over at her. And she looked back and kind of smiled and let go. The end. The movie had about an hour left, and I was sitting there going, okay, she likes me. You know, who the hell's gonna hold your damn hand at the movie? She likes me. Oh my God, I'm getting ready to date a Academy Award winner, and she's fine, but she's with a dude. That's how my mind is thinking. She probably thought, oh shit, I was holding hands with some douchebag, and I don't know if she didn't realize it. How do you not realize you're holding hands with somebody? Always wanted to run into her and say, hey, we held hands at the movies, but one, I don't think she would give a shit. Two, I don't think she'd remember me. And three, maybe that's some shit she does. Maybe she gets so caught up in the drama and the action, she's a movie star, that the physicality means nothing. It was just like holding on to an umbrella handle. I don't know. I know this, for about 15 minutes, I was in my head Marisa Tomei's boyfriend. Never saw her again. But I held hands with Academy Award winner Marisa Tomei. Booyah. All right. The year was still 1996. One of the most tragic days in my life is when my father passed away. It was eerie all the way around. We didn't have caller ID or call waiting at my parents' house in California. I was here in New York. I had a dream. True story. I had a dream my dad died. And it was one of those dreams that you have once or twice in a lifetime where you remember every detail. And when you wake up, it was so real, you're not sure what happened. So I had a dream my dad died. And I woke up, and the first thing you think is, well, ain't no damn dream. If it was a dream, why would I be here in New York? But it was so real. Like, let me call my mom. I call him. I call the house. Busy. Busy. 3 hours the phone's busy, which is very rare. But now I'm like awake. No, that's bullshit. It was a dream. How could it be real? Come on. I'm here in New York. I gotta work today. Man, that shit was crazy. Very realistic, but it was crazy. Finally, my mom answers. I say, hi, Mom. I had the worst dream ever. Daddy died. She said, oh, Bobby. He's out playing golf. He's fine. And I know, but I called for hours, and usually when you wake up from a dream, I had a dream one time that me and Janet Jackson were boyfriend and girlfriend. We were really in love. And then somebody called and woke me up in the morning. I was like, oh shit, it was a dream. And I tried to go back to sleep to get back in it. Didn't happen. You understand after a few seconds, it was a dream, I'm good. This wasn't that. This was some shit I had to hear from my mom. My dad's playing golf, he's fine, everything's Gucci, no problem. Well, I didn't talk to him that day. The next morning I'm asleep, my phone rings, it's the answer machine. Some guy from my hometown. Hey Bowen, just drove by your parents' house, somebody died. This is how I hear about my dad dying. This was the next day, 8 in the morning. Somebody died, not sure who, but they had him on a stretcher in a gurney with a sheet over it. All right, bye. So I call the house and I get an answer machine for a couple hours. Now the day before, it was a bullshit, scared dream thing. So, I don't know what's going on. My sister calls me. She said, Bobby, Daddy had a heart attack. I said, oh, thank God. Is he okay? I mean, can I talk to him? How long till? No, he died. I think I told her, fuck you, you're lying. Why are you playing games? I'm in denial. My best friend, my dad, my life died. Especially after the day before where I had that horrible dream. The day before. And I'm not Nostradamus. I don't believe in I got psychic kinetic powers and any of that shit. It was a coincidence, but it was crazy. My dad died. I'm broken up and distraught. And I had to get on a plane that day. That night. I don't think I cried because it hurt too much. But I was alone and devastated, and I got on that plane at JFK and I flew to California, and it's a 5.5 hour flight of me alone in my thoughts with my heart broken and ripped out of my chest, knowing that I lost my father, my best friend, and my whole world. I was devastated and alone and hurting. And it built up and built up, and then I just lost it and started crying. I'm a very vain person. I'm not trying to cry in front of people. So I was crying, you know, in my hoodie or in my jacket. I had a few people next to me. Are you okay? Are you okay? My dad died. Thank you for asking. Thank you for your concern. I got to the airport and I'm waiting at the carousel for my luggage, and tears are running down my face. I'm hurt. I'm lost. This man comes up behind me. I will never forget it. He says, young man, and I turned around. I can't see shit. My eyes are crying. I'm not really there. He says, my wife tells me that you're not doing well right now. I don't think he knew what had happened. I said, my father died. And this man, this giant man, this is a big man, leans in and starts hugging me. I don't know him. Don't know him from shit. He says, you're going to be okay. Loss is a part of life, and you will get bigger and better and stronger. Then he pulled back, and it's Anthony Quinn.
He was one of the world's most passionate stars.
He is real in a movie, and this is what makes him the ultimate actor.
I'm sick of this whole miserable countryside. Just an absolutely natural, nature-given instinct.
An extraordinary talent, extraordinary energy, and sometimes almost frightening.
With 2 Academy Awards and an incredible 350 movie roles, one of the most prolific and charismatic actors Hollywood has ever known.
I got hands, feet, head, they do the jobs.
A face that will never be forgotten. A star celebrated and admired by every generation. A man who was linked to some of the world's most glamorous women. A name never far away from the headlines. Anthony Quinn, Reflections in the Eye. Shortly before his demise, and for the first time on television, Anthony Quinn allowed cameras inside his home in Rhode Island for his most revealing interview ever. Discover the private man behind the legend.
I never wanted to be an actor.
He just loves life and everything in it and wants to know more, no more, no more.
Meet the real Anthony Quinn.
Hey, my God, it's so easy.
Hear the truth about his first 2 stormy marriages.
It was no longer a creative marriage we had.
His surprise wedding to a wife 50 years his junior. His 13 children.
Hey, come on, baby. Oh, yeah.
Remember him slapping me in the face and saying, defend yourself now. You're a man, defend yourself. Come on, hit me back.
And his real passion.
What I really wanted to do was to paint, to sculpt. I loved it.
Learn how his paintings and sculptures earned him respect and a fortune.
The truth is he's made many, many millions of dollars selling his artwork.
There is a style. You can almost see a Tony Quinn piece.
His freedom. He's the king.
The colors that he uses, from the background of the room to the windows to the curtains to the actual face. Just look at the eyes, just 2 little lines, but the lines saying how content and how happy she is with the birth of this new baby and all this.
Anthony Quinn, Reflections in the Eye. Filmed in Rhode Island, San Francisco, Los Angeles, London and Barcelona. With exclusive participation from the Quinn family, Arnold Schwarzenegger and award-winning actor Alan Bates. Plus, unique material from the Anthony Quinn collection, this 52-minute special feature tells a compelling story. Share Anthony Quinn's last major interview and intimate moments in Reflections in the Eye, the final words.
Undoubtedly one of the biggest movie stars that ever walked the earth. Over 350 movies. He won the Academy Award twice for Best Supporting Actor. He was so compassionate and kind, and he held me in his arms like a baby, and I'm a big guy. He was huge, and he was one of my father's favorites. My dad loved John Wayne more than anyone. But Anthony Quinn would have been in his top 2 or 3. You guys know Anthony Quinn from Zorba the Greek, and he played these Saudi Arabian princes, and he was a brilliant actor. And more than that, he ended up being this philanthropist. He is probably one of the greatest actors/painters that ever lived. If you see he has his artwork hanging in museums all over the world. He did 350 movies. He had like 18 children. At the end of his life, he married a woman 50 years his junior. He stood with me until my bag came out. And he held me. And he insisted that I give him my phone number. Now, I had a cell phone, one of the big-ass Motorola flips, but it was 96, so it wouldn't really work in California. It only worked in New York, and I don't even think Sprint was a thing yet. I think I had it through Radio Shack or something. And he took down my phone number for my mom's house. What the hell? He called me the next day. I introduced myself as Bob. He called me Bobby. Bobby. It's Anthony. He might have said it's Tony. Can't remember. I didn't know who the hell it was. He says, we met last night. How are you feeling? Anthony Quinn, one of the most famous men on the planet, didn't know me from shit. Everything you read about the man was his compassion. Who does that? I'm trying to not let you see me cry, but I gotta, give me a second. I'm sorry. All right, I'm back. Sorry. I have not told that story in years. It was really something. He died not long after. He died like in 2000, 2001. Anthony Quinn showed me compassion when I was at the absolute bottom of my life. It has had a huge effect on me because he didn't know me. There was no paparazzi around. He didn't want me running around saying, oh my God, Anthony Quinn. He was a man at the airport consoling a human being who was broken and hurt. He did that for me. He helped me get through my father's funeral. He called me the next day to share his love. I got 40 people standing around on the other side of my camera looking at me because I'm crying. Looking like a little bitch. I want you to think of Anthony Quinn as a saint. What a wonderful human being. I want to impact someone's life like that. I want someone to know that when they were down the most, someone cared. I'm not famous like Anthony Quinn, but you don't have to be famous to help somebody. He could have been a janitor hugging me and being kind like that, but the mere fact that I'm on a flight, I didn't talk to him or his wife. I didn't even see him. He was probably in first class. And then I'm standing at the carousel crying, and he comes up and, young man, puts his arms around me and cloaks me with both arms, holding me, patting me on the back. You're going to be fine. Loss is a part of life. I'll never forget that. I have so many celebrity stories that are a lot more exciting or embarrassing or humiliating. This one is magic because the man reached out with empathy, compassion, and love, and he made a difference in my life. And I got to, my friend picked me up, and he's smoking weed. The whole car smells like weed. I smell like weed. I didn't smoke weed, but I smell like I smoked weed. We get to my parents' house, and the whole family's there. I walk in smelling like a damn drug lord. And my dad's, one of his best friends is there, 50-year veteran of the FBI. They all want to hug me, and I'm all smelling like weed. Oh, it's crazy. So the next day passed. My dad died on Good Friday. Same day as Jesus. My two heroes died on the same day, both on Good Friday. Jesus was resurrected on Sunday, which we celebrate as Easter. My father's funeral, we're getting dressed to go to the funeral, and they came across the news that it was the Oklahoma bombing. Timothy McVeigh had blown apart, killed 250 men, women, and children in the Oklahoma bombing on the day of my dad's funeral. Very sad, but we pulled it together, and we went and prayed for them, and then we went and prayed for my father. And my dad had a wonderful heart. You know, you hear, oh, he'll give you the shirt off his back. He will give you the shirt off his back. And if he didn't have a shirt on his back, he'd go buy you a shirt and give it to you. That's where I get my compassion from. And I'm very, very proud. I'll give you one last little tiny story. My dad always had little jokes. He'd introduce himself as Melvin Eugene Gravel Gut Peabody III, and it was Aloysius, so it was like 5 or 10 names. Hi. You go to a Denny's and the waitress would say, "Hi, can I help you?" He goes, "Yes. I'm Melvin Eugene Gravel Gut Peabody III, the world's second greatest anything." He always said, my whole life, he was the world's second greatest anything. He just took it for granted. That's what he's going to say. It doesn't matter who you meet, where you go. Be at Best Buy wanting to buy a stereo, he's going to introduce himself as Melvin Eugene Gravel Gut Peabody III, the world's second greatest anything. One day, me and him were going out for breakfast in the car. I don't know what got into me because I'd heard it my whole life. And I said, "Now, why do you always say you're the world's second greatest anything? Who's the greatest?" He looked at me. He said, "You are. You are." It's 2021. I pray that you all have a wonderful year, and you're kind and loving and compassionate and accepting to others. We all go through it. Please be there for your fellow man, woman, and child, and animal when they need you. I hope I didn't drag you down. It's a very personal story. I know it went on a little long, but I told it the way I tell it. Please be kind and loving to each other. I'm going to have celebrity stories all week long. God bless you. There's a guy wearing a damn diaper here with his pants all the way down, drinking a beer, and he literally has his... All right, you're going to see some crazy shit out here. I don't know what he was doing. He was standing there for several minutes before I decided to film, but he's wearing a big-ass diaper. I'm not making fun of him. He might need to wear the pants. But his pants were all the way down to his knees. And he's sitting there drinking a big-ass beer. All right, my bad.